How you doing? Will Kabam ever ban Usapa's account? So I wanted to say disclaimer for the people saying, "What are you talking about?" I am not accusing of Usafa of cheating. Okay, let's just get that out of the way. I'm not Beer Man, so I'm not accusing of Usafa of cheating. This is just hypothetical. Like, would they ever ban an account like Usafa's account? Also, what's the highest hero rating have you ever seen that Kabam has ever banned? For me personally, the only scenes that are the ones that are like a million hero rating, they have like 4 7-star rank fours. Probably Kabam says, you know what? They haven't spent enough money in this game, so we can ban them. That's what I think. I don't know. What do you guys think? So it'll be interesting. What is the highest hero rating have you ever banned by Kabam that you ever seen? I'm sure. I think it's you don't need to be a rocket scientist to know this, but there's probably obvious cheating, and I'm willing to bet there's obvious cheating when it comes to the top 100 account. Okay, does Kabam know this? I'm willing to bet they do. I would be surprised they actually didn't know there's cheating in the top 100 involved. Would it be piloting or whatever it is? And Kabam just turns a blind eye. You know, the funny thing about Kabam is they're a woke ideology. Their ideology is woke, but they do believe in capitalism. So it's kind of funny, you know, when it comes to doesn't really make sense, you could say. But you know, when it comes to like politics or even rich people, they can get away with a lot of things more than the poor people. That's for sure. Okay, they're pretty much kind of like immune to the law. So when it comes to this rich accounts, will Kabam ever ban them? That's a good topic to talk about. You know, I'm sure they're gonna be able to get away with a lot more stuff compared to an account like mine. So what do you think? So I think there's some pros and cons for sure if they do ban somebody like Osafa's account or somebody with even higher rating. In this case, 2 accounts higher than Osafa. So if they do somehow, you know, let's say hypothetically at least, right, that Osafa was cheating like constantly. Okay, he's like he feels like I'm rich, Kabab's never gonna ban me. Okay, so like and then they actually decide to ban his account, you know, take away his account because you know nothing in this game you own, even if you spend $1 million in this game, Kabam could take your account away anytime. So will they ever do that? I mean, the pros I think about it is if they do happen to do that, someone like Osapa's account, that will deter people from cheating. Yeah, that's gonna, like, you know what, if they ban someone's like Osafa's account, we can't afford to cheat. You know, it kind of puts the rich people into like, you know, normal territory, or put them in their place. I guess I don't know what the right word is. If you know, let me know. But there's definitely a lot of cons to it if they do ban someone like Osafa's account. You know, Osafa can easily get a lawyer and it says like complain that he wants his account back, or even worse, uh, you know, try to get his refund back for all the money he spent. Let's say Asafa spent $1 million in the game. Imagine having to refund $1 million. You know, MCOC is already losing a lot of money. For them to lose another $1 million, that's not gonna be good for them. So I just can't imagine. They might have to have an NDA. Okay, we're gonna give you $1 million back, your refund, all the money you spend in this game, but you gotta not. It's gotta be NDA. You can't talk about it. You know, you can't go to YouTube, and that's really why I'm using Usafa, because he has a YouTube account. You know, so you cannot go to YouTube and tell everybody that you want $1 million, blah blah blah, or you got $1 million, all the money you spent in this game. But even if it does get out, that's going to be catastrophe for Kabam. Imagine all the people that want to find a way to not just even the top 100, but you know, and I'm willing to bet the top 100, just the top 100, the top 1% of accounts make up 10%. If obviously, probably more than that. Then when it comes to Kabam's profit, so imagine if one of them like say like, ah man, if I can get like not even $1 million, if I can get $100,000 back from Kabam, so for me to quit this game, I will do it. And I'm pretty sure I would say some people here that probably spend way more than 100,000 could make an agreement to Kabam. If they give me $100,000 back of my money spending on this game, I will quit MCOC. I will have my account removed, and I'm pretty sure they will settle with that. I personally think there's definitely going to be a lot of problems with that. So why did I make this video? I think this is the most important thing why I made this video. So I don't know who wrote this. Maybe it's Karate Mike. I'm not exactly sure. So Kabam still thinks they're in charge, and that's the problem with FOMOs. Because of FOMOs in this game, when it comes to MCOC, Kabam does think they're in charge. So let's read what Kabam says. As always, we reserve the right to adjust champions if they're critically impacting the game health. So another way they're saying, basically saying, if you feel like it's unhealthy for the game, we will nerf a champion. So that's a bunch of lie, basically, okay? Because Surfing, I think a lot of players, even Kabam, would say that Surfing is not healthy for the game, okay? So yet he's not nerfed. So why is that? So it's a bunch of lie by Kabam. Because they think they're in charge, they can just do whatever they want in this game. You know, Kabam forgets we're the people that pay their salary, okay? So we pay their salary. Imagine going to your boss and saying, hey, I will be in charge in this company and I'll do whatever I want, okay? That is pretty much Kabam saying what they're saying, okay? So basically they're saying on this thread, let me translate to you what they're really trying to say is, if we feel like we're losing money on a champion, we will nerf them. That's basically what they're saying. Okay? And the fact that they can do that anytime they feel like it is just kind of pathetic to me. It's really like players, pay to win account players should be able to say something about this game, and we're the ones that should be telling Kabam what to do in the game, not Kabam telling us what to do. Okay, I do want to be transparent that I have not spent money in this game for 11 months, just letting you know. So that's it. That's why I made this video. Thank you.